Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We begin this evening with Imagine the Future. Tribal drums. And as we look around, we see a creature making this sound. Tyler, what is that sound?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's 30 million years in the future. The landscape, almost unrecognizable. Like I said, weird creatures making this sound. You don't know what to do, but we, the Fargonauts, are here to help you guide this, to help you be your guides and to help you navigate this future landscape that you find yourself in. And the last thing I want to say, the future is wild.
Nice. Well, let's get into some wild future. Oh, good lord. Oh my gosh, they have those running lizards? When was this show made? It looks like early 2000s.
I was going to say, judging by the CG, early 2000s, maybe somewhere closer to 2010, so maybe like '06, '07.
Okay. 6, 7.
Because our TV budget,
Return of the Ice.
TV documentary budget.
Yeah. Just dummy thick, baby. What's that?
I didn't know it was actually going to be 30 million years. Like, I was just joking when I said that, but I guess it actually is. Look,
It's a marmot. Shag rats?
shag rat.
These are shag rats. They're just shagging up the place. I met a few shag rats downtown. You know, you could match this audio up with like just people walking around New York. Just like cut to different people.
Yeah.
Ah, the French.
All the years of French history.
What's that?
All the years of French history and art. Sorry.
Sorry, you
All
get
we got,
shag.
all we got is ice shrubs and shag rats.
I love it. Ooh, Stephen Harris. Chunky body forms, dude. Hey, I was right. It's a little marmot.
Hey,
Look at that cute little guy. And fuck people up. Just getting scuffles and beat ass. Can't wait to be a shag rat. Yeah, get bigger, baby. Ooh, just anamorphed right there.
yeah.
Yeah, we all have guard hairs.
Look at this pretty lady coming up here.
Yeah. Snowstalker. A few of those in Fargo. That's fucked up. So in the far future, we just have animals that just commit homicide. Like, they don't eat it or anything. Just like shank them and then run away.
And I love until just now, it's almost as if the shag rat became blood completely because it just like didn't show a body. It just was like, oh, and now you become blood.
I am blood. Wolverines.
It's a piece of crap.
Looks like he's playing with a tiny gun, like an invisible gun. He's like cocking it. He's like, "Yeah, check this out." Hairy souls, dude. You ever have a hairy soul every once in a while?
I've had a hairy soul a couple times. Yeah.
Oh shit, we got some Jawas or tauntauns. Yeah, it sounds like a tauntaun just walking through here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like that sound when they're like fighting. It sounded like E.T. scared. When
That's
E.T. gets scared, he's like,
yeah. But now that you say that, I'm thinking that's it right there. That's
how are they doing this? Like, how is like, let's just come up with a weird thing, a gannet whale.
it's this Steven guy and probably some others that are like, well, and like somebody got the budget to like ask questions. Like, well, what would happen 30 million years? And people like this, the dude in the bow tie, just being able to talk and be like, well, I think it would be this.
I think birds are gonna become seals.
I think we would all grow wings and dive into the waters to get fish for food.
And then we will become the fish. It just becomes a chungus, dude. Again, it just becomes a chungus. Oh, it's doing magic. Watch out.
By climate change, by excessive habitat change, pollution.
Pornography. Internet trolls, school shootings,
Powder in their shoes.
the McDouble,
And of course, unrelated and associated threats to the Dolphins.
the Double Down sandwich from KFC.
What Kevin James.
Eggs are delicious. I like eggs and bacon.
Sorry, but like when you're just saying when all that you're saying is, but whales and dolphins don't need to come on land. Birds are a different story. That's the point where you got me saying, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
What are you talking about, dude? I'm just making this up as I go along.
You paid me about 10.50 and a sandwich to be here, so I'm going to get my most out of it.
He's checking his fupa. He's just checking that fupa out. How's that fupa doing down there?
I'll get it more open, out in the open now.
Just scooch over here. Oh, yeah, that's a good fupa. Give me that egg. My turn.
Good worm. Good.
Yeah, your fupa. The pengy fupas. They look so ominous when they walk away. They're so freaky when, like, I'm gonna go hunt, and then just, like, shuffle off like that. Like, let's go kill some dude.
Yeah, the murderous intent in their mind is shuffling along, marching to death.
Yeah, I'd like to see this fight. What's up?
I played this video game.
Yeah, no kidding.
The whale things win.
It's a tower defense. You can't get Joanna's eggs. God, just kill them already. I hate their freaking voice. Shut it. Oh, freaking barfing everywhere? What the frick was that about?
Yeah, you just promised up.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna deal with this barf shit. Gross.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. In your future, your rules go, I guess. Barf wins all.
Yeah, in the animal kingdom, if any animal barfs, it's like, all right, nope, I give up. I don't want any of this.
Your paper is barf.
Yeah, barf trumps all.
Summer months when the shagrats can graze on fresh green vegetation without digging through snow.
They find the best herbs and they just eat them until they get high.
They go down to Guadalajara and they say, bartender, daiquiris for everyone.
But summer is all too short, and autumn brings the return of the freezing weather.
Summer was just one day.
Like, if Volka disagrees with Bowtie, are we just at an impasse?
We're at an impasse. It's unstoppable force, immovable object deal.
Speculative evolution future cannot happen. Sorry.
She grabs her bazooka from her cave. She brings out a Gatling gun from the den, and her young throw pipe bombs.
The Shagrat does not.
Shagrat should learn to barf.
Now to -70 degrees, and the vegetation is very
Bro, that's not that bad.
This is the hardest time.
It's still shorts weather in Fargo. And then God shows up and destroys everything.
And then Jesus came down and said, Shagrats, you're coming with me.
Time to be raptured, buds.
Shagrats, you're my chosen ones.
You always were, you little marmots. Let's go. What a badass ending right there. That was a trip.
I guess.
So, here's a question. Do they continue with some of these storylines, or did they just, like, pick 3 more evolutionary animals in the next episode or something?
Well, I think it's more about, per episode is more about, like, time period than anything.
Okay.
So
It's not just based on Ice Age. It's like, oh, here's, after the Ice Age, and now we have... Okay, I can I see the intro here. Cephalopods walking on land. That's pretty cool.
But they may have multiple episodes that take place in the same time period, maybe even, but like different regions. Who's to say? Yeah, I guess it was all just Ice Age in this one. So we got shagrats, we got snow stalkers, and gannet whales.
Yep. And the worst of them, I think, was the gannet whales. I didn't care for that thing. Gannets are cool because I think they were in that viral video from a while back where it's like, that nature documentary of like it's like a huge battle that happens in the ocean where gannets are just like piercing into the water trying to get some krill or fish, while at the same time there's like
made up thing that they're not real.
No, the actual bird, like what it was describing, those birds that dive into the water and get fish. There was there was a documentary about like this big battle in the water in the skies where there would be multiple animals eating the same kind of thing, and as these birds were flying down into water, other fish that were bigger than the birds would try to eat the birds. And it's just, yeah, I mean, how those things dive and kind of like use their wings as like, propelling, underwater fins, I guess. It was interesting. And
Yeah.
like how it evolved into like a more penguin foot was kind of weird.
Well, they kind of like, I feel like more than anything, they presented first what their speculative idea was, and then kind of showed you how they could backtrace that to be like, and here's where we see that evolution kind of coming from. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like, it feels like justifying it after the fact instead of being like, well, here's something that actually does happen, and then from there, maybe this. It like with the two guys just standing there and being like, yep, shag rat. Like when they start, one thing I love about this show is that they start saying these made up names and they just roll with it, and you have to just be like, oh, I guess that's the word that's made up, and okay.
Yeah,
And
it's like you have to enter into their profession, and like we're just coming up with names. Shag rats. It's not. It's a marmot. It's
it's my reality now, bitch. But like that, yeah, you don't even get to you you don't even get a second to be like, hold on, what? You got to just keep. Oh, but they do what now?
well.
The second that you start questioning it, you're already behind.
So the shag rat is like a modern day marmot, like beaver ish kind of thing, almost like a maybe a badger.
Well,
Or
you literally said, I remember like the first time that we saw them, you just jokingly said like, "Oh, marmot," and then that was one of the things that they referenced that like you could see the evolution coming from was the marmot,
right.
and then the Wolverine for the fucking snow stalker. That snow stalker is such a like Fallout like enemy kind of.
Oh, it's
I love
very it's very coded in like Bethesda naming conventions. But yeah, the Snowstalker was probably my favorite one out of all these because it was like a saber-toothed bear. It was cool.
Yeah, who needs to even speculate about that? I mean, they're probably wrong because polar bears are, because of a lot of different reasons, getting decimated. So who's to say that snow stalkers are going to be any different?
True. Yeah.
And then something else that I liked about this was that I don't know that they really ever cover like what's going on with humans. So
Oh.
it kind of just is led to assume that we are dead, like we all died out 30 million years in the future, whatever time period this is going to take place in. There's no like pocket of, primitive humans. There's no evolutionary. As far as I know, we haven't seen it so far. Maybe there could be. Maybe there gets to be like we're weird stilt people now.
We're living like closer to the core of the earth, and we're all like techno. We are all pale techno cyborgs, connected to a hive mind server or off world. Like
I, yeah,
the
I
next
almost feel
step in
like
our evolution is just becoming more like computers. So we're just like,
I almost feel like they won't cover that because that becomes like a whole new topic in and of itself. Because because there's like a culture, religion, yeah, whether we're like a faction of us went to space or like, there's so much that you can cover with what happens with humans. It's maybe just safer to stick to speculating about animals and
I think that's
shag
our
rats.
duty. I think after we watch a few of these, it would be fun to speculate on like what two things or like other than humans, what did we merge with? You know how they talked about the birds and the penguins kind of like merging into that weird whale bird. Like we
Yeah.
we fusion danced with our phones, and we became like, a walking encyclopedia, just spouting nonsense and like procreating for just heat sources, I guess.
Or maybe at some point we shed our dependence on technology and just become like completely free and independent of it.
Or yeah, we it became so synonymous with our like genetic makeup that it just, we're born with chips, and like chips evolved with us because chips became more organic or something. That's fun to think about.
Chips. You want to become a Lay's potato chip?
Either Lay's or Pringles, those are crisps, though. Those are potato crisps.
Why? Why
Why
a
not?
chip?
Well,
You could
I'm
start.
thinking of microchips. I'm thinking of microchips. You know that.
No, I really don't. I mean, when we're talking about shag rats and gannet whales and snow suckers, anything goes, Tyler. I mean, that's the beauty of speculative evolution is that it's speculative. You can say whatever you want to say, and you can never be wrong. You're not
True.
going to be right necessarily, but you can never be wrong.
I just have to put on a bow tie and have people, you're in my world now, so we become saturated fat. We become potato chips and chicken McNuggets. We're just
Never be
walking.
afraid of it, because everything else has moved on from consuming like organic matter.
We're we're
We're just potatoes
processed.
just
We're
playing
just
in the
the
sun.
grimace. We're the grimace meal now. Like we just become grimace from McDonald's. Like that's our body makeup and genetics are just processed food.
Our the
Our
milkshake to our grimace is the same as God is to our Ronald.
I can get on that. I mean, it's just fun to speculate, I guess. Like
Hey,
some
that's
people
the
took
fun.
the microchip route, some people took the potato chip route, and we live harmoniously, with each other.
You never have to stop speculating. There's never a point where you've done enough speculating. You can keep going for as long as you'd like to.
Yeah, and did all this take place in France, by the way? Like, or why did they mention France?
They didn't really call any other place out. They started with showing us that landscape of like that one ice spire and being like, "This is Europe," and then the French coast is covered in ice sheets, blah blah blah, thick, and then they never really talked about like any other region or area. So yes, I was assuming completely that we were dealing with French drag rat the whole time.
That's my new term of endearment for the French. Just French shag rats. I love it.
You could, I bet that you could go to like some kind of upscale furniture store or someplace that has like actually nice, rugs and whatever,
Hmm.
and just start throwing around the term French shag rat, and someone might act, so like someone would be like, what's that?
Hmm.
Would-
That sounds really expensive.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it is.
that sounds like you know about shag rats.
It's
You can,
$30 million is like in the future. Like
this is all
it's
speculation, of course, of course. You understand about rugs. Well, I mean, this is fun. Just I love, like you said, I'm in a bow tie now. This is my world, so I want Broadshow to. He's gonna have a fun time just seeing these little things. First of
oh
all, but then
yeah.
hearing like their names and seeing what they do.
I wonder if these guys like wrote a book and like a what is that, the TK books or something like that, or DK books
Yes, and yeah, the white book with like the
with like
red lettering on the side.
yeah, and it had like you'd always like look at the cross section of castles or pirate ships or something. Like they should have made a DK book for the 30 million years into the future animal.
Solution.
Yeah, speculative evolution. Like if we see like a
Well,
evolutionary scientist like that we know just pop in here and start talking about shit and be like, whoa.
I'm sorry. Okay. This is the moment where I feel like it may just be being stupid. Tyler, can you just name off the cuff an evolutionary scientist?
Richard Dawkins.
Okay. I guess maybe I am just being stupid.
Well, he's the only one that I know that has like a really prominent like voice on things. So it'd be kind of interesting to get his two
Okay.
cents on things. But he is like
Well,
he's
I
following
recognize the
the.
name Richard Dawkins. Sure. It made it like if grilled, I may be able to come up with that, but off the cuff, I couldn't. But here's maybe a better question. Can
Mhm.
you name any other evolutionary scientists?
Alive? Probably not. But like scientists,
Yeah.
like other scientists that would be more notable, like Michio Kaku or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or even like Bill
Okay.
Nye to come
Gotcha.
on and like talk about
You're looking for that.
the
You're looking
more.
for a little. It seems like you're looking for a shed of credibility in this crazy world that is the
Yeah,
future.
I want Neil in his moon vest, not just random Brit in a bow tie. You know?
You want what was the guy who kept like being like, the government owes you money.
The question mark guy, the question mark suit
Yeah.
guy.
You want him to show you how, with your smart tax filings, that you can get millions back from the government.
Well, with an outfit like that, it comes off more speculative, you know. Like with an outfit full
Isn't
of
that
question marks,
awesome?
it's way more speculative of a character than these Brits in bow ties.
He was standing at the foot of different monuments in Washington D.C., so you had to take him seriously. You had to believe that he knew what he was talking about. Yeah.
We get this like freaking Jeffrey Dahmer looking Stephen Harris guy. Like he's trying to do Dahmer cosplay here, and he's just it's throwing me off because he's a Brit. So you hear him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's smart." But then he's like, "Let me tell you a little bit about these snow walkers, snow stalkers."
Let, let me tell you about the shag rats. Yeah, like it's not that you don't think they have credibility. You just question if they spend their professional time talking about this stuff, or if this is just like a side kind of like fun thing that they do, is speculative evolution in this way. And they got the opportunity to come on a show and talk about it. I just shudder to think about like
Yeah.
either of these gentlemen standing in rooms and trying to convince people that a shag rat might be one day walking this earth.
Well, that's the thing. Here, I'm almost jealous that I didn't come up with it first, speculative evolution, because I mean, us as a three-headed like speculative whatever deep dives that we do in our digressions, like we could get to this point where we invent these futuristic animals, and these guys beat us to the punch. These
We
limeys.
have. We have done this. We with our tinkering about with AI, where we stitch together a collage of Shaquille O'Neal and then different body parts. Like we have made these homunculi, chimeric animals, and we've done that, bud. Like
It's
we've
called a
been there,
shack
done
rat.
that. We just haven't had. Hey, A plus right there. I like that.
The shack rat. It's our version.
No, I do think that Bradshaw will get a kick out of this, and like I'm I'm kind of genuinely excited to see about this show. Like I one thing I want to see is how far will they go? Are we going to get to like 300 plus million years? Are we going to get to like way more than that? I don't know.
And is it? I don't know if it's just focused on animals, but I'd like to see like what other plants maybe evolved into. Like maybe what trees look like after 300 million years into the future, or what plants have evolved. Maybe they're more sentient than they were before. Like mushrooms. What do they look like? Are they huge now, or what? Like,
I would assume that we would probably see something about like plants and like animals, yes. Plants, probably. Geography and maybe like, land masses, maybe
yeah.
a little bit.
And
But
they touched on that a little bit in this, talking about the ice sheets and the icebergs and stuff. That was, I mean, it was a blip because we wanted to get into the snow stalkers and shag rats.
we gotta get shag rats, buddy. We had important ground to cover. We had fucking shag rats to make an introduction, and then and then get more information on. So it was just,
Yeah.
we had important things to get to.
We had to get to that climactic barfing bird whale. Like
Take this fresh fish and squid guts. Blech.
yeah, this was definitely fun.
Like deprive that animal of nutrition and fluids and other things.
Yeah.
I guess as a defense mechanism, last resort kind of thing. Yeah, maybe that would work, and they don't want to do it often. But like,
Yeah, it's like
I get
inking if you're an octopus. It's just like, oh, here we go.
it.
We all have that defense mechanism. It's just called, pissing yourself or like just barfing.
That's not a defense mechanism. That's not a defense mechanism.
You could argue it's like, oh shit, I don't want to fight him. He's pissed all over himself.
But to defend would mean that you like successfully escape that fight. You can piss yourself all you want, and then you're probably still gonna get beat up.
Maybe. I guess it's speculative, It's still we're in the speculation.
Okay, you're covered. I'm in your world.
You're in my world now. If I piss my pants, nobody's fighting me, okay?
I put on my bow tie. I can piss my pants.
I'm just gonna go back to that image of this guy in his slacks with his his cargo pants, and you just see a big stream. And he's like, you can't You can't question this. I'm a speculative scientist here. I can piss my pants. That's just what I do.
I'm speculating as the dark creed.
You know, in the far future, humans will evolve to just piss themselves to exit fights, just like I did growing up as a young schoolboy in Bristol.
I've never been in one. I've never finished one fight in my entire life. I've pissed my way out of every one. Also many an awkward situation. Pissed my way out of those too. Works
Pissed,
just as well.
pissed or baffed. Either or.
Well, I mean, they had to get the ideas from somewhere, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Genius just doesn't happen in a vacuum like this. It's
he's encountered too many women, you know, at parties where like he's about to make out and they just barf. And he's like, "Oh, damn it! Oh, we're definitely going to evolve into barfing as a defense mechanism."
he's pissed his way out of too many promotions because he doesn't have he doesn't want to like even have that kind of like not even confrontation but just one-on-one dialogue. He's just pissed himself preemptively and been like, oh, I can't do it, and then gone out of there.
So you're saying he goes into like a job interview and he's like, to show dominance, he just starts pissing his pants, like standing on the desk of the.
This man pisses himself out of a Starbucks. This man can't handle just the most simple of person-to-person interaction without first pissing himself because he's too scared. The defense mechanism is too effective, and it has taken over his life.
I love how we're calling it a defense mechanism too.
you you called the defense mechanism.
I love how we're keeping the trend. I mean, it's just
you're on board here.
We're in my world now. I'm wearing the bow tie, boy.
We're the bow tie.
But yeah, this was definitely fun. I think we should watch maybe the amphibian one or like the one where it was like more lizard based. I think that one would be really interesting for Broad Show to watch.
Yep.
Seeing how little dudes are doing in the far future.
The underwater one, like whichever one takes place, underwater, pretty much is going to be interesting. I bet.
That too, yeah, because this one was semi underwater, talking about like humpback whales and stuff, but not like fully submersed.
All three or however many speculative creatures shall be living in water, and again, when the thing it blew me away when the guy in this episode was like, whales and dolphins don't need they swim in the water, but birds are a different story. I just sitting there like, brother, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Did you know birds are different than fish? No way, dude.
I think I knew that, but that's I'm watching what I assume to be a somewhat educational or like informative show.
It's good to have a refresher, every once in a while, just to the kingdom, phylum, species, all that stuff. It's good to get the refresher course on those things.
That's where they get you, man. That's where they got us. This was an informational show, but it didn't say anything about being like trying to be accurate or trying to be what they would want to portray as truthful or like genuinely researched them. Yeah. They were just saying, hey, we're going to speculate, and it's whether or not you want to be here for the ride.
Yeah, it would be more interesting to also know about the graphics budget and where they got the designs, because if it's those two dudes just like spitballing to a graphics artist what these things should look like, or if they actually drew like Napoleon Dynamite drawing a Liger or something, like here's what it looks like. Here's a whale with a bird's beak. And they're like, oh, cool. Those are cool drawings, guy. Like, no, this is going to be in the show. Like, you got to render this out right now.
No sense of, like, scale or like, proportion.
So, like, how big is this thing? Oh, it's, like, bigger than a couch, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, like, they got to sit there for 4 to 6 hours for each animal, just being like, so what does this look like? Or, like...
So it has hair under the hair? Yeah, it's got hair under the hair. It's got armor hair, and it's got hair.
For insulation and all, and you're like, no, that doesn't help me. That does not help me.
I can't really draw that. We have to zoom in though. You have to like zoom in and show one layer of hair, and then zoom in more, and there's another layer of hair. Oh, okay.
Right now, we don't have anything to zoom into.
You just got to do it, okay? It's like just follow this picture, this crayon drawing that I did on the back of this Denny's menu that I did.
Am I not? Oh my gosh! Yeah, this is fun.
This is definitely fun. This will be a reoccurring thing because it's see how far we can go with this. I want to see more of these personalities that pop in. Maybe more bow ties.
If we see somebody that we like recognize, that'll be crazy. And I don't mean, Rob or something. I just
Oh
mean,
shit! Well, I would expect him to be in here, but it wouldn't be
um,
that big of a surprise.
yeah, there's 4 seasons. So, if we can, if all that is available, then there's a chunk to go.
I'm excited. I'm already preparing my body for the next episode. By that I mean I'm just pissing myself. I'm defensively preparing my body, so I have to go change my pants, and
I'm going to piss myself, and then I will be ready.
I'm ready for
I,
anything at that moment. Like I'm ready for anything that this show can throw at me.
you're not truly ready for anything if you ain't pissed yourself. When you're flowing, you're in a flow state. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of a flow state?
That's what they mean. You just have a steady stream of consciousness. Get it? Stream.
Follow the yellow piss road right down your pant leg.
And it's an insulator too. It warms up pretty quick.
Oh, all right.
All right, sounds good. We'll be back at the next episode. We'll have some more far future evolutionary animals to dissect and speculate on, I guess.
The future will remain to be wild.